Now then guys, welcome back to George's Minecraft channel. Here we are, back on the Maxcraft server. No messing about today, we've got loads and loads of stuff to do, so we're just going to jump straight into it. Now, I've made a couple of changes around this place. We've kind of got some plans in place here. We're going to have some stairs going up to the kind of bailey at the top of the castle there. And I'm thinking here, we're going to have like a big tower coming up. And we're going to have a little nether room for his nether portal in there. That's going to be pretty cool. And as you can see with the brewery, I've kind of just snipped this bit off the end. That's because we're going to be building something in just a little bit. You can probably tell by the title of the video what it is that we're going to be building. But what I want to do first is I want to head into the nether, because I think Jamster's been doing some work over there in the nether. And I want to check in the shopping district, see if we've made any sales, and I need to stop off at spawn to get a couple of things. So yeah, we're just going to go do that real quick, but first I want to check out the nether. And yeah, Jamster's been busy. Look at this, he's put all the portals up on the roof, so that's going to be really helpful for getting about. So thank you, Jamster, for that. And it looks like his marketing campaign somewhat worked. We've got a diamond there for his Firestorm sales. His Silent Stout has sold a couple as well. That's very good. Now, if you look at L's and Nuclear's last videos, I left them a little gift, a little free sample, but they didn't know it were me. So after this premiere's finished, I really need you guys to go over to their latest Maxcraft videos and just leave a comment telling them that it was me who left the samples there. So that'd be much appreciated if you could do that for me. Okay, so we're just stopping off back at spawn on his way back. This is my old skeleton grinder. We don't really get much use out of it now that the Enderman farm's in. That's kind of a much more efficient way of getting XP. There did used to be a door here, so I'm not sure what happened there. But anyway, as you can see, they're all kind of down here. But this is what I'm here for, this box full of bones. We're gonna be using these. We're gonna be turning them into bone blocks, and we're gonna be using them to build with. So I'm gonna convert all these into bone blocks, and I'll meet you back at base. I've just spent a good 10 minutes laughing at this. It would seem we've got a contaminant in his brewing vat here. I'm not sure how he got in there. I think it's funny when he just yeets up into the air like that. I think somehow is spawned on the edge of the barrel and fallen in or something. So I'm going to have to make sure this place is lit up a little bit better. But I thought this were really, really funny. I want to see if we can give him a name tag, actually, and kind of have him there. It makes me chuckle. And he's despawned, which is sad. But anyway, the reason I'm here is because I've got all my bone blocks, and we're going to be using these to build with. Now, what we're going to be doing, all this white concrete's going to go, and we're going to replace it with these bone blocks. They've got this kind of yellow kind of tint to them. It looks like old kind of beaten up stucco. So I'm going to do that around the whole place. And as you can see here, it's kind of a pretty subtle effect, but it's just got that yellowy tint and a little bit more texture to it. It's something Jamster Man suggested, and I think it works really well. So that's something I'm going to be using from now on instead of white concrete. And since we have a shulker full of them, it's going to be easier to get. But this is the meat and potatoes of the episode now. We're going to be doing some building. We're going to be building a Stonemason building, because we've kind of got stone just all over the place, as you can see here. Now we've got some in this chest, we've got some on the docks, and I just need one place to keep all my stone. It's going to be a lot easier for when we're tackling the bigger projects, just to have all my materials just in one place where we can go get them. So I think we've got the replay mod, so we're going to time-lapse this thing. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the time-lapse. of an angry Jord. Basically, like halfway through the time lapse when I were rendering it, it decided to crash. So I hope I've got something to salvage there. So I do apologise for that. But anyway, this is what we came out with. And I've been talking to Old Man Ender only on over on Maximum MC, which is kind of like the sister server to Maxcraft. It's a public server. You guys should definitely go check it out. And the IP for that is in the description below. So make sure you go check out Maximum. This stuff wouldn't happen without that server. But yeah, OME is kind of giving us some ideas about what we can do with this stonemason place. Let's just get rid of this creepy crawly right here. And then I'll talk to you a little bit about some building philosophy. So yeah, what I want to achieve here is I want the idea of this is a stonemason, right? So I want this building, when you look at it, that you can immediately tell that it's a stonemason. I feel like that's the next kind of thing I want to develop with my building. I want to add that immersion and just that instant kind of when you see it, you just know where it is. It kind of got the similar sort of thing with the brewery, with the big barrels outside. So I want to do something similar here. I think I said before, I spoke to Old Man Ender. He's like the wise old man who I go to for spiritual guidance, and he's given us a few ideas. He's a very clever old man. So thank you, OME, for your for your input with his build. And yeah, so we're going to add some kind of stones, just some big stones kind of out in this area here. Some of the stuff that the mason's been working with, some kind of polished stones and stuff like that. And then I want to add like a crane here. Because stone it's really heavy, this is just going to be like a little hoist that's going to help the stonemason kind of move his stone about and that kind of stuff. And we're going to have like a stone hanging down off the crane that he's going to be working on. Maybe like a chiselled, I think I'm going to use a chiselled stone and that kind of thing. It just adds that little bit of life and that little bit of immersion. And again, it adds to that that I'm trying to achieve, that we're going to be able to tell that it's a stonemason. And I'm just going to add some oak trapdoors on this little thing. Kind of like this is going to be the wheel that the rope goes round on the hoist. And then we're going to add a stone cutter underneath like this. And what I want to grab, I need to grab a couple of things actually. I need an iron fence gate. Or an iron bar, I guess they're called. So let's make one of those, or 16 of those as it would seem real quick. And then I want a chiselled stone. So hopefully, yeah, we do have some stone slabs. We should be able to make one of those. How do you make them? I think it's one... No. I think you need stone brick slabs, actually. Big brain Jord right there. So this is my stone brick chest. As you can see, I'm very organised now. I am quite enjoying being organised. It's going to make things a lot easier for us. There we go, chiselled stone. Yeah, it's a chiselled stone brick, not chiselled stone. So yeah, I'm going to kind of have one of these just hovering over this stone cutter, like the guys working on it. I think that's going to really add a lot of life to this build. And then we're going to do some big brain redstone stuff. Make sure you pay attention to what I'm about to show you, because this is some really advanced redstone here. So you want to just dig a ditch 2 blocks down on each side, and then you want to put the blocks back in. Like I say, pay attention, because this is very advanced. And then what we do is we get a trapdoor and just put one on either side like this, and the trapdoors will be flipped up. It gives like a guard to the saw blade. Then we're going to finish off this crane with some dark oak trapdoors. Just going to add that extra little bit of thickness at the bottom to give the crane a little bit of support. Kind of a little bit more realistic, and it just looks better. So yeah, I think that's a very welcome addition that we've got there. I think, what else can we add? So I'm thinking like a big pile of stone just here that he's got going on. And yeah, again, it's just gonna add to the idea that this is a stonemason. It's gonna get his brains working a lot more. So if we just put the rails over here, kind of looks like the stone's tied down. I added a little workbench on the side there. And yeah, I think that really gives the impression. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how that's come out. So yeah, I think that's the build pretty much done. Just taking a look back, as you can see, I've put these two houses, or these two buildings, kind of together. Now, there is a reason for that. If you think in medieval times, they had streets, like with these terraced buildings, rather than just having random buildings kind of dotted about everywhere. And I think that's really going to add a lot. I've kind of moved the road here, so this isn't here anymore. We've still got the road going over there, but I'm gonna shift that. But yeah, basically, you come down this street here, and we've got like these terraced houses. You've got the stonemasons there. I added a couple of stones that have been grinded off. Got these big barrels outside the brewery. Then we're going to have a couple of buildings on the other side of the street, just here. And I think it's gonna look really good. I think this street alone is gonna feel really immersive. So if we can add kind of a few of these just on this bit here, I think it's going to add a lot to this build. I'm getting really excited and inspired for getting this build done now. The roof does look a little bit bland. I'm thinking maybe putting a little tower just up there. I have no idea what purpose it's going to serve. It's just going to look cool. So maybe that's something we might add, just to kind of mix the roof up a little bit. Add some different elevations to the roof. But yeah, I just keep walking up and down this street, kind of imagining how it's going to feel. I think it's going to be really cool. And then once we've got a couple more things in place, we can get on to working on this castle area. Basically, the next building I'm thinking I want to do, maybe just here, I'm thinking like, what do you call them? The woodworking guys, carpenters. Yeah, I'm thinking having like a little carpenter's workshop just here. Then we're going to be able to store all of our wood in one place, and it's going to be right next to our building for the stone. Not sure what's happening with a biome blend here. But yeah, once we've got all those materials all in one place, it's going to make building a lot more easier. I want to add a little stables kind of around here, and then a gatehouse that you come underneath. Kind of got this little bridge here. And then we're going to be working more on this area, probably later down the line. Making sure all this farm area is looking good. It needs just a lot more kind of greenery and stuff around here. Then at the back, I really need a cow farm for leather to make, what do you call them, the item frames. So I'm thinking maybe we have a barn and some animal farms just at this space at the back here, seeing as this is kind of like the farming area. So yeah, I'm starting to make a lot of plans for this place. It's really starting to come along now. And that's my kind of tree farming area. Maybe we'll turn that into a forest. But yeah, look at this. As you approach the town from here, you've got the big castle on the hill, which I think looks really cool. And once we have a few more buildings and stuff in here, this is going to look awesome. I'm getting really, really excited and inspired for this base. I think this is going to be really, really cool. But yeah, we've got two buildings in for now. We're definitely going to be adding more next episode. I think we're going to be doing the carpenters. And then I'm kind of thinking I want to get rid of this and do a little bit more terraforming there. Maybe we'll bring that all the way down. I've got so many ideas for this place. Yeah, we're going to have some really exciting episodes coming up in the next few weeks. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss anything. I'm going to call this episode here for today. It's a little bit shorter than what I normally like to do, but I've been a very busy man this week. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching the episode. Remember to go and check out L's and Nuclear's last Maxcraft videos, because I need you to go and comment and tell them that it was me who left the barrels there with the potions in. And make sure you check out all the other Maxcrafters as well down in the description below. Also, a quick shout out to Maximum MC. I think I mentioned it earlier. This server wouldn't happen without that server's support. so I'd love to see you guys on there. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you all in the next episode.